Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm TheHande, and this is Streets of Rage 2! Yes, so I did the little Streets of Rage episode there. And I'm also going to do the same thing for this that I did the other one. I'm just going to put it on easy. Oh, like you can set your lives in this, so... Okay, let's do normal, but I don't think... Can I... I don't know if I can set the controls for this. Oh boy, I hope it's not the shitty controls. Alright. And let's take Blaze, of course I'm gonna take Blaze. Alright, let's see, that's the hit button, and that's the, yeah, it's the ass backwards controls, alright. I'll just have to get used to these, so, okay. Yeah, that's the thing you can do in this that you can't do in the other one, is that you have these, you kind of have these special, unique, special moves that all the characters can do, and you can see the graphics are definitely way better than in the first game, like more colorful and more full also. Like I think the colors in the first Streets of Rage are a bit grainy, and you can see the health bars. They definitely look very Final Fight-esque. So, and at this point, like I don't think they were hiding the fact that they were been inspired a little bit. Oh yeah, and there, Donovan. That's the name of that guy, and the Mohawk guy is Signal. They keep changing the initial, but it's Signal every time. Oh yeah, and this actually, there is a reference to Bare Knuckle in this. So if you didn't watch the first Streets of Rage video, I'm recording this directly after that one. In the second level, I think there are arcade machines, or in the Funfair level at any rate. Yeah, and I love this. This is my favorite. This is absolutely my favorite game in the series. In every way it is better, but it does get way hard. You know, it does get super hard the further you get. Oh yeah, Garcia, but they misspelled it Garcia. And that's actually something that I just recently did a one-off of Belmont's Revenge for the Game Boy, and in which I was talking about like all the Belmonts. And there's that, Simon's dad is called Soliu Belmont. It's a weird name, but actually it might be another case of a mistranslation or a, oh god damn this night guy. Fuck you. Okay, I was done with him. I'm taking this. So, actually, so the Soliu name, it might actually be a mistranslation that his name is actually Soleil, which I'm not sure if that is a real name. It's French though, and that's the thing that they said about the Belmont, is that Belmont is actually a French, family name. Yeah, like I said, and Donovan was in the first game as well. Is this guy called Donovan too? Yeah, the entire Donovan clan showed up. Oh, here's what is he called? Is he called Jack? Or yeah, he's Jack, as in Jack the Ripper. Haha, very funny. It's so interesting that this was already the 90s, but they were still like, this hairstyle, the mohawk, well, still at this point was like, in video games was kind of the de facto punk delinquent hairstyle. It's so weird because I think at this point, like in real life, the mohawk had gone out of fashion like a long time ago, because it had its like heyday in the 70s already, like in the early 70s, and sure, still had a bit of life in it in the 80s, but like, yeah. But who am I to talk? Like, it's actually even funnier. I think the name Mohawk. Yeah, I'm not sure this. Well, actually, the Mohawk. I don't know where the name Mohawk comes from, but it was the Iroquois tribes, the Native American tribe, who actually were known for that hairstyle. And actually, that's what we call in Finnish. In Finnish, we call it Irokesi. So that's also kind of interesting. Like, that was always very confusing to me when I started, like, going around the internet and people talking about mohawks, and I was very confusing. Like, what does this have to do with birds? But I guess it's like the tomahawk too. Like, I guess it has to be like a tribe. I mean, yes, there's a Crow tribe, or was. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not very knowledgeable about Native American tribes. Yeah. Yeah, more Indian tribes. That's the thing. They're actually, like, you know, even though Indian is these days, you know, kind of a, you know, politically incorrect, there is that term that is used for some of the Native American peoples, which is Amerindian, which is very confusing, but yeah, I don't mind. You know, yeah. I love this setting. It's actually reminding me. I was playing a little bit of Break-In, and actually I did a little graphic just recently where I was talking to, where I kind of listed my like top 5 TurboGrafx games. Oh, here's Electra. Ah, God, yes. Oof. The feeling she makes me feel. She feels so bad. Feels so right. Sorry, that's nasty. I apologize, but yeah, it is funny. She's really easy here. It's actually when you get two of her, like she and her doppelganger in the. Oh yeah, that's actually something that's so. You know, Electra is obviously, you know, inspired slightly by Poison from Final Fight, and Poison has a palette swap called Roxy. And it's interesting that in the Streets of Rage lore, Roxy is, you know, a real person. So, you know, Poison and Roxy were our childhood friends who ended up in the Mad Gear gang. I did, because I skipped the opening there, I still don't know what the name of the gang in this is. It's this, I hate this, the bartender is the final boss. I'm gonna just finish off these guys. Okay, I guess he's not gonna let me. So I guess I gotta kick all your asses. Yeah, that is kind of funny because in Finland we have this weird, with certain names are kind of associated with certain professions. So a bartender in Finnish is Bari Mikko, but Mikko is literally just a man's name. So it's the bar Mikko. I guess a bar Mike would be the closest I could get to a translation of that. It's the same thing as with DJ, which is we've translated to. Although I don't know if people actually still use this, but like in reference to, and I think it's more of a radio thing. It used to be that you refer to somebody as a Diski Jukka, or yeah, for the disc jockey. Because I don't know, they assumed the jockey was just a name. Oh, you can tell it's the easy mode because I'm racking up so many extra lives. At this point, I would probably be down extra lives, and actually, I'm gonna have to pause here. So here we go again. Oh God, accidentally used my special there. I don't think the thing with this is that I think in the easy mode, it doesn't let me go all the way to the final level. I don't know where the cap-off point is. It might be like around level 5 or something. I do think we go to the carnival at least. I really hope we do. I think we have time to go to the carnival. I think the boss of this level is Jet, so it's the jetpack asshole. I hate that guy. And of course, like, oh yeah, they did the exact same thing here as they did with the in the first Streets of Rage. With that, then Jet is the boss of this level, but then there's another Jet that shows up later. That reminds me of another one. One of my favorite Star Fox jokes is Sorry to Jet, but I'm in a hurry. I hate this Storm. I hate these biker guys. They're a pain in the ass. Fuck you and your hairy shoulder pads. Are those supposed to be spikes? I think it's supposed to be fur. Oh God. Oh God. Here we go. Fog. They're all named after weather stuff. Gale, yeah. So I mentioned before, yeah. So I never told the story on the first part. Well, I started telling the story about how I never played Double Dragon on the Streets of Rage 1, but I didn't really get far. So the only Streets of Rage, not Streets of Rage, sorry, Double Dragon. I've never played Double Dragon. The only Double Dragon game that I've ever played was I very, very briefly, a long time ago, I played the Super Nintendo one, which I think most people don't like. And the reason I played it was because when I was a kid, and I've told this story many times, we didn't actually buy too many video games. Like, our dad worked at a store where they sold a lot of these games from NES, Super Nintendo, N64, going right up to the GameCube, or rather the PlayStation 2 era, because I don't think my dad actually I don't think they carried GameCubes in the store actually, so you could order them because you know you got them from the exact same place as you got all the other consoles. So you know the retailers, the European retailers, there's like, they might have like big competitors. But like I mentioned this before, like the Nordic distributor in these days, around the time when Sega still had consoles, the Nordic distributor for Sega and Nintendo was actually the same company. It's Bergsala, and they have a office on Mariosgatan or Mario Street, which is cool. But actually, I've recently found out they actually have been working with Nintendo since 1981, so a really, really long time ago. So. They might have been like playing both sides, but they were definitely more a Nintendo partner. Anyway, sorry. So me and my dad. So my dad borrowed a lot of games from the store, and especially possibly because games used to cost so much. And you know, we got to play a lot of games by borrowing them over the weekend and stuff like that. So we didn't buy a lot of games. So my NES library, for instance, was very tiny when I was growing up, and our SNES library was also kind of tiny-ish. I mean, we had Super Mario World, we had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got Tetris and Dr. Mario, I think, because our mom really wanted it. So and I think I got Batman forever as a birthday present or a Christmas present. I'm not entirely sure, but we didn't have the Donkey Kong Countries. We borrowed the Donkey Kong Countries from the store, but we never actually owned it. And we didn't have Tetris Attack or any of that. Our cousins had those games, and we would borrow them from our cousins all the time. Like Yoshi's Island, they let us borrow Yoshi's Island for a very long time. I think only because my youngest cousin, who was the real gamer of the bunch, you know, had already beaten it. He was like 4. So, alright, here's Jet. I gotta kick his ass. Yeah, what else has been going on? Yeah, so, then, one day, our dad came home from the store and said that he had, a kid had come to the store, wanted to buy something, and he didn't have quite enough money, so he brought in a bunch of Super Nintendo games as a trade-in, and Dad thought, well, okay, they weren't packaged and they didn't have the manuals or anything, but they were in good condition. So Dad took the box of games, and he let us have our pick of whatever games we wanted from the bunch. And from that bunch, I selected Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And Killer Instinct because I really wanted both of those. I don't remember if Minna picked anything from that pile. It did not have Donkey Kong in it. I'm trying to desperately now remember what games we had growing up, but yeah. But Minna's the one who later bought us the Donkey Kong Countries and Yoshi's Island and also Tetris Attack because you know she's cool like that and she doesn't mind plowing the eBays for that. And so that's how we got that. That's how our SNES library grew by quite a bit. But yeah, so the Double Dragon game was in that pile, and I did play a little bit of it, but I just really didn't like it. Okay, there you go. There's the bare knuckle arcade that I was talking about. So this is the bare knuckle is what Streets of Rage is called in Japan. Yeah, and yeah. And there is of course a story about how there was going to be a 4th Streets of Rage for the Sega Saturn, but then Bernie Stolar shut it down. I don't think we had any of the Disney games either. Yeah, no. The Maui Mallard that we played with Minna on my May channel, that's another one that she bought for me. For me to poop on. No, I love that game, but I did play it growing up. But yeah, wow, I'm really drawing a blank. Like, what other games did we have growing up? Because it all now gets a bit blurred because now we actually have a very generous Super Nintendo library because of all of that. And I'm gonna pause it. All right, here we go again. Also, one other interesting bit, I probably told this before, but I have actually played, and I got the buttons mixed up again. I have actually played Mega Man X3 on an actual Super Nintendo. And I talked about in the Belmont's Revenge Let's Play, like how, you know, all the PAL Mega Man games go for a fucking minute. I'm not even kidding, like I've actually seen in a store in my town, in my hometown, not the one I'm currently living in, but I've seen a physical copy of Mega Man X3 just unboxed, going for like 200 euros, and it's like, are you fucking shitting me? I mean, yeah, I like Mega Man X3. I don't like it that much. I don't want to. You're gonna drop. Who's gonna drop 200 euros for a fucking Mega Man? I mean, I love Mega Man, but god damn it. Like, I remember a few years ago, I was trying to look for a physical copy of Mega Man 8, because until recently, I did actually have a functioning PlayStation 2, which I was usually mostly to play PlayStation 1 games, because PlayStation 1s are fucking dropping like flies, so, you know, it's more, I mean, I would say it makes more sense to get a PlayStation 2. Now I think actually because the build quality of PlayStation 2s is apparently a bunch of shit as well, so, you know, it's probably better to get a PS3, I think, maybe. I don't know. I mean, with the PS3, the good thing is you don't need a memory card in, because fuck memory cards, I hate those things. Oh yes, we did make it the amusement park. Good. I think after this section, I think we're gonna end it. Yeah. What was my stupid brain just cannot keep up. All right, now we're getting Beano, and this is Lisa. No, you're not fooling anybody. You're Electra. Yeah. It's like some kind of an identity theft scam going on with these criminals. They keep coming up with fake identities for themselves. Just like I said, so it's all a bit of a blur. And also, like, I'm probably going into that. Our N64 game library wasn't very big. I mean, we had some really good games on it, don't get me wrong. We had the Mario 64s, both Zeldas, Donkey Kong 64, Paper Mario, and then we had a bunch of the Pokemon games we got. We had Snap growing up, yeah, and both of the stadiums, and Puzzle League. We didn't get Tetris Attack, but we had Pokemon Puzzle League. And in recent years, I've added Diddy Kong Racing and Pilot Wings to that because, you know, those are awesome games, and sadly we didn't have those. Yeah. And I played Star Fox, or Lylat Wars, sorry. Actually, you know, I actually prefer the European title for that, because Star Fox 64, because, you know, every other fucking game on the N64 has 64 in the title, so I don't mind Lylat Wars myself. Actually, that's the thing. I kind of prefer. I actually like using Lylat Wars as a subtitle because it's kind of cool, you know. Andros has declared war. We need your help, Star Fox. Jesus, I gotta check out what the name of this criminal gang is. I like this design of this ride, though. It's very H.R. Geiger. Very alien, if you will. Such wow. There's actually a game that I'm looking at maybe checking out in the future. It's the new Larry. And actually, I contacted Al Lowe not too long ago on email because because he has on his website, he has a thing for like Larry sightings. And I saw this really funny one. It's like a taxi service in Finland that uses Larry as a mascot. Now that was kind of funny. And you think, how did they get away with that? Well, in Finland, I guess we're usually these days they're a bit careful. But you know, in my hometown there is a pizzeria called Turtles as well. So you know, yeah, I talked over the boss there, but yeah, whatever. Here's the ninja asshole. I always thought that was really funny in the this asshole, it's this wannabe Slash Man. Or I guess wannabe Blanca, whatever, however you want to see it, but yeah. So that pizzeria called Turtles in my hometown, like they even used to use the TMNT font. So you know, until a few years ago, or okay, maybe it's already much longer, like maybe 5 to 10 years ago, they had to change it because they realized like maybe not a good idea to like maybe possibly copyright infringing. I mean, turtles is just you know, it's just a word, like you can't copyright it or trademark it, but you know, a font you absolutely can. So I really don't like this fight. This is kind of, yeah, this is kind of shit. You go to the baseball field after this. Yeah. Oh yeah, which reminds me that I've actually been watching a lot of our old cartoons that we did with Aqualung because we got the new one that came out, you know, just now. And I'm reminded of the Mega Man 10 one with Baseball Man when he's just telling all other sports to go fuck themselves. Nothing compares to it. That was Ken who did the voice of that. He did a good job too. Like I really should have, you know, Ken always does a good job with all the guest voices, and doing that cartoon with him, like that was a lot of fun. I had forgotten how much fun animating can be. I also forgot how much like bullshit little things you have to do. Like you forget like the one frame that has like a character's like clothes are slightly the wrong shade of blue or something, and you gotta go change it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's like boo. Do baseball, there it is, I love that. English, oh, my favorite. Yeah, I haven't visited English.com in ages, but there's a couple of classic ones. One of my favorites is, I think it became like the mascot for the site for a little while. There was the little hamster with a handbag and a pearl necklace saying heavens. If I find that picture, I gotta show it because that is funny. That is super funny. I love that too. Yeah. So we're definitely going to the baseball field after this, and then in the baseball field, there's the elevator, the obligatory elevator level. Of course, there has to be one. Okay, now you can see, like, even though I'm on easy, wait, no, I'm not normal. Wait, I got up to 7 extra lives. Whoa, and I've been like playing like half asleep basically in this. All right, this is now the baseball field. Yeah, here, better, yeah. Like, I love doing that cartoon, but man, I'm just reminded again of what shit, you know, Mega Man 10 is. I have a whole one of Let's Play of that as well. But yeah, I think we're gonna be ending it here. Wait, we haven't seen the fat guys. I want to see the fat guys first. Oh, I can't use my special. I was trying to use my special and wasn't working. What's up with that? And then I realized, like, oh, that's probably because I haven't been using this move nearly as much. I was showcasing it so much at the beginning, and now I haven't even, like, really used it at all. I hate these Mohawk bastards. They get really annoying in the later parts. Oh, here comes 2 of these. Okay. Shugby and, what's her name? Metal M. Okay, but I think we're gonna end it here. Thank you for watching. I'm TheHande, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.